For 27 years, Snowy woke up to the same cold morning again and again, without anything ever changing. He was a pure white cat, walking on two legs like everyone else, yet carrying a life far heavier than it looked. His fur stayed clean, but his world never was, and every day felt quietly broken from the inside. Snowy lived in a small rented room where the walls were thin and the roof leaked every winter. Silence lived with him there, louder than noise, heavier than words, and impossible to escape. Before sunrise every day, Snowy moved through the city while most of the world still slept. He worked wherever work existed, never choosing, only accepting whatever kept him alive. He carried boxes larger than his body, step after step, without stopping. He cleaned places where no one ever looked twice or remembered who did the work. For hours he stood, just to earn enough to survive one more ordinary day. His paws ached constantly, and his shoulders bent lower with every passing year. But no matter how hard he worked, nothing around him ever seemed to change. At night, Snowy returned to the same small room he never truly left. One dim bulb hung above him, flickering softly over empty shelves and bare walls. Snowy sat still on the mattress, staring at the wall without thinking. Outside his window, the city lived a life that never reached him. Time kept moving forward for everyone else, but Snowy stayed exactly where he was. Years passed quietly, without announcements, without milestones, without reward. Rejections became normal, and late rent notices felt routine and expected. Hunger stopped hurting and slowly became something familiar and accepted. Snowy never complained, because complaining never changed anything before. He adapted to less without realizing what that was doing to him. Slowly, he accepted that this might be all life had planned for him. Inside an old box, his paw touched a folded piece of paper. It was worn and old, written years ago when hope felt possible. Snowy unfolded it carefully and stared at the words he once believed in. He stayed there, motionless, as something quiet began to wake inside him. That night, Snowy made a decision that didn't look brave or safe. He chose discomfort over routine and uncertainty over familiar stability. He chose to fail openly instead of failing slowly for the rest of his life. The days that followed became harder than anything before. Money grew tighter, sleep became shorter, and exhaustion followed him everywhere. Snowy spent his nights learning, studying, and practicing instead of resting. His paws shook from exhaustion, but he kept moving forward anyway. No one noticed his effort, and no one supported his change. Months passed, then years, and Snowy still looked poor and invisible. But inside, he was no longer the same cat he used to be. And the truth is, most people never make that one decision.